Hello student, today we are going to study NCERT class 10th Economics chapter 1. The name of the chapter is Development. In the previous video we have discussed about what is development, why do we need development, and each and every people and the perception is different what the development means, because some of the people think that their own development, some of the people think of thinking of that they want to do the development for their society, some of the people think that they want to do the development for the nation. So each and every people have their own scenario, their own, you can say, the perception, and according to that, on the basis of that, on the people having the different minds, so they have the different goals that at particular which certain area they want to do the development. So these are the things which we have discussed in that, and then we have discussed more further about the different people having their own occupation, their own employment. So there, you can say, the development is different. If we talk about the further like that, if a particular person he wants to travel a long distance from the rural area to the urban area, if he want to go for the job, then he used to agree in the very low wages, because if he used to work on a regular basis, after in the certain years, or you can say that after in the few years, the wages is going to increase. So the people used to agree, because they, what they find, that they find the job security, that I'm not going to, if I have some difficulties, so this is the particular job which is going to save me in my difficulty times, because in the difficulties times the money is the utmost important thing which is going to help us. In the previous video we have also discussed about the development. It doesn't mean the personal growth or the people's fulfill their desires. The development is of everything. If we talk about the development of the people, if we talk about the development of the rural areas, if we talk about the development of the country, if we talk about the development of state, city. So these are the different things, or you can say we are going to develop in each and every sector, be it you can say the social, be it economic, be it cultural, be it politics, be it a particular human or any other individuals. So each and every person having their own perception and they having their own development. So in this we have also discussed about what is the economics. Economics deal with the in the simple terms we talk about the economics deals with the market, where you learn how to earn the money, how to make the profit, and how to make the surplus. So these are the certain things which we have discussed in that. And we have discussed about the, in brief, what the national development is. The national development is where you have to develop in each and every sector, like you have to develop. If we first talk about in the infrastructure terms, so in the infrastructure we talk about the buildings. The poor people used to get, you can see, the homes or habitation, or you can see the habitat, where the people, poor people do not have to live in the huts, or you can say on nearby the roads. So they, the government or the union government used to provide them the house at, you can say, a free of cost or at a cheaper rate. Then we go about the more further. Then the government has the work to develop the road or to construct the road to connect the rural areas from the urban areas. Then they have to develop, or they have to construct the primary school as well as the secondary school and the colleges of the, like, different streams, like the, if we talk about the medical colleges, if we talk about the engineering colleges, if we talk about the any other colleges of any other stream, so they can develop in the rural area as well as the urban area, because most of the students do not have to travel the long distance for the education, for the employment. So in that their particular area they used to get the employment. Then they do not have to travel through long distance. So these are the certain things which we have discussed in the previous video. Now in this, in the today's video, what the points we have to cover is that the national development in the detail, then how to compare different countries or the state, then the next is income and the other criteria. Now, like, this is the thing, like I give in the previous video, I used to give you the many example. If you want to compare with the US to India, if you want to compare UK to India, if you want to compare Japan to India, we find the vast difference, because they are very much, you can say, far away from us, because in terms of, we talk about the technology, if we talk about the per capita income, if we talk about the modern thinking, where they are using the scientific method, if we talk about in our India, we are we are using the modern technology, we're going with this contemporary era, but we find something that Still we are using some traditional things. We talk about the agriculture. Yes, we are using the modern techniques, but still we are doing like most of the people who can't afford this scientific techniques, or you can say the scientific method, still they are doing the traditional method. So these are the things like the like few Indians are adopting the modern technology, or you can say that this contemporary technology rather than the traditional one, because they why they are using the traditional method, because they don't have that much of money. By that they can afford the, you can see, the techniques or the scientific method by which they can do the agriculture. So this kind of, there are numerous of the examples which we can see that where we find the development, where we don't find the development, because after the independence the India faced, you can say, a very deteriorating situation in the economy. They have to like develop the first, they have to provide the food to the people who used to came from the Pakistan. When the India got divided, after the partition, they have to come to the India, because they used to live in the refugee, or if you can say the refugee tents. So they want the employment, they want the food, they want the they want the, you can say, the house to live. So they have, the government has to face the numerous of the difficulties. So they have to see the each and every sector, where the agriculture, be it the industry, be it the nation, each and every have things they have to see. They have to set up the rules, they have to set up the laws, they have to make the plans, they have to make the schemes, and they have to take the numerous of the initiative by which they have to develop the nation. So these are the certain things after the independence the Indian government has to faced. Now we go in detail what the national development is. The national development is where we have to develop a nation in like in the coming few years, that we can show the globe, we can show the world that how much we used to come in the economy, and now we are becoming, we are doing very much good in the economy, that we are the boost in the economy. So the national development, as we you have seen about the individuals take different goals, and that notion of the national development is also likely to be different. Most likely, you would find that different students in the class have given the different answer to the above questions. Yes, each and every goal is different. What they want to become, what they want to see their country, what the difference they want to see. Like if we talk about the development, someone said that I want to see all the people having their house. I don't want to see any of the poor people. If you talk about any other student, he will say that I want a road everywhere, that people do not have to travel by the foot. They can travel mostly in the, you can say, their own car. Some people, like some of the students said that I want to teach that each and every poor child, or each and every poor children, each and every child, and if we talk about the whole nation, each and every child should get the education, that none of the child will be lagging behind in the education. So these are the certain goals of the student. What they said that we want the development in each and every sector. So, in fact, you might yourself think of the many different answers, not too sure of any of this. It is very important to keep in mind that different person could have different as well as the conflicted notion of the country's development. Yes, that is true, because each and every individual having their own ideas, their own perception, on which like some ideas we can share it, and some idea where we have to conflict, or be conflicted, or you can say we can debate over that. No, this thing is good, this thing is bad. So we are going to discuss in a very deep way, like what are the outcomes of the particular discussion, that it will going to help our country or it will not going to help our country. So these are the certain things which we can say that yes, it is going to help our country, or it will not going to help our country. So we have to come with a certain initiatives, with the certain plans which are going to help our country. However, can all the ideas be considered equally important? Yes, we can say that it is used to consider equally important. Or if there are the conflicts, how does one decide? What would be the fair and just path for all? We also have to think whether there is a better way of doing things. Would the idea benefit a large number of people, or a small number of people? Because if we're going to do the development, so like we have the certain like a kind of idea, we are thinking of that in back of our mind, like it will going to help the all the people, or it going to help the small group of the people. So we have to make the development like that. It's going to help all the people. If we talk about the status, right? No, we do not have to think about the status. We have to think like whether it's rich, whether it's the poor, whether it's from the upper middle class or the middle class. Each and every people going to be benefited by this. Nestle develops me thinking of about these questions. So these are the questions that who are the people who benefit, who did not? What should be the development? goal of the country and what can be the sum of the development goals of a village, town and the locality. So these are the things like if we talk about our society, we talk about we can discuss this. Let's work out this one. Then we were going to know it in the different. Look at the picture on the right. You have to see this picture. Then what should be the development goals of such an area? If we talk about this, yes, this is the big apartment over here, and downside you can see the slum areas where we can say that we can see that most of the development, the people who are living in this apartment, we are not seeing the development of this people, those who are living in the slum areas. Read the newspaper report, answer the question they follow. A vessel dumped 500 tons of the liquid toxic waste in the open air dumps in the city and in the surrounding sea. This happened in the city called Abidjan in the Ivory Coast, a country in Africa. The fumes from the highly toxic waste cause nausea, skin rashes, fainting, diarrhea, etc. After a month, 7% were dead, 20 in hospital, and 26,000 treated for the symptom of poisoning. A multinational company dealing in the petroleum and the metal had contracted the local company of the Ivory Coast to dispose the toxic waste from its ship. Who are the people who benefit, who did not? The people who used to work this in the, you can say, in the toxic waste, those who have the company, they benefited the most. Who should be the development goal of the country? If in this talk about they are developing the most of the multinational companies in the equity because the petroleum and the metal, so they are going to benefit it the most. What can be the some of the different goals of your village and town and locality? If you talk about your town, locality, so like if I talk about my town or my city, what I want to see is firstly that the city should be clean. Then the second one is that 24 hours we should get the electricity. Then each and every student should get the education. Then none of the poor people should be, you can say, they have their own houses and at least they should get the three times of the food in a day. Then they do not have to be they do not have to be hungry and do not have to go on the bed with the you can say the empty stomach with the starving. Then if you go further, then what I want to see is that like each and every person should respect to each and every other religious person, that we do not have to discriminate on the basis of the religion or the language or the way of the dresses what they wear. Then I want to see that the industry should be set up outside the you can say the city, not inside the city. Then the pollution free, that I want to see the development of my country. Then each and every person, those who are the poor, should get the house. It would help by the union government as well as the duty of the state government. So these are the certain things which I want to see in my city, that each and every person should treat it equally. They used to provide each and every benefit in terms of everything. If we talk about the socially, economically, customly, culturally, everything. I want to see the development. And in my city, I want to see the river should be clean. We do not have to put all the garbages in the river. We do not have to erode all the factories chemical waste in the river. So these are the certain things which it's the initiative which is taken by the government as well as our duty with the we do not have to pour such of the garbages in the river. So it's a responsibility of both the people, whether if we talk about the government or whether if we talk about the people. So it's a you can say it's a collaboration or you can say it's a to collectively work we can do with each other. That doesn't mean the other people other people is having their own duty and other is people having not duty. If we think about that, the government has only the duty that they can do it, but this is not going to be possible. Each and every individual have their own duty. They have to perform it for developing the nation. Now we come to the next one, how to compare the different countries or the state. Yes, we can differentiate it on the basis of the development. Each and every country, some are like you can say the developed. If we talk about the developed one, that is the US, UK, Australia, and if we talk about the Dubai, so these are the developed countries. If we talk about the developing countries are the India, the Pakistan, the Nepal, the Sri Lanka. So these are used to come under the developing countries. If we talk about underdeveloping countries, the South African countries, most of the countries are considered in the underdevelopment because they are in the verge of the people do not have the access of the water, they do not have the access of the food, they do not have their houses. The number of the people are affected with the numerous of the diseases. If we talk about the last like few years they are affected with the diseases called the Ebola, where the people are affected the more. They don't have the medicine where they can cure with this disease, where number of the people are dying rapidly. If we talk about more further, the Zika virus is in the South America. It is the developed country, but the people didn't find the vaccination why they can cure from this disease. So these are the certain things which we have discussed for now. What the people face the difficulty in, like to do the things for the people. So these are the certain things. Like if we talk about the Ebola in the South Africa, if we talk about the Zika in the South America, the people have to face the different difficulties that what the certain things they have to do and what the certain things they do not have to do. Now we're going in the detail. You might have said the development can mean different things. How come some countries are generally called a developed, some are under the developed? I just give you the brief view. Now here we are going to in details on the page number 8. When we compare the different things, they could be the have similarity as well. Yes, there are the differences and there are the similarities in both the countries. We talk about the developed, developing, and the underdeveloping countries. Which aspect do we use to compare them? Let us look at this. Let us look at it. How do we compare the different state students? They differ in their height, health, talents, and their interest. The healthiest student may not be the most studious one. Yes, that is true. If we thought that this particular student is very much healthiest, he is going to be studious. That is not going to be possible. Like each and every person have their own perception. They're different. You can say talent. We can't say that each and every student having the same talent. Each and every student is having the different talents in the different. You can see the sector. This healthiest student may not be the most studious one. The most intelligent student may not be the friendliest one. So how do we compare the student? The criterion we may use to depend on the purpose of the comparison. We use the different criterion to choose the sport team, a debate team, a music team, a team to organize a picnic. Still, if for some purpose we have to choose the criterion for the all around the progress of children in the class, how shall we do it? Usually we take one or more important characteristic of the person, compare them on the basis of their three characters. Yes, we used to take the few children that on the basis of their what the good qualities they have, that on the basis of that characteristic we used to make the group, like this particular student should be in that group and this particular should be in that group. Of course, there can be differentiate about what are the important characteristics that should be from the basis of the comparison. Friendliness and the spirit of the cooperation, creative of marks secured. This is true through development. True. For comparing countries, their income is considered to be the one of the most important attributes, which I used to tell you in the previous video and in this segment also, which I explain you that on the basis of the per capita income, they used to differentiate that this particular country is developed and this particular country is not like it's in the developing stage. If we talk about the US and India, so USA per capita is much higher than if we talk about the India. India is not having that much higher per capita income. So we used to consider as that the developing country. Countries with the higher income are more developed and other with the less income. This is the based on the understanding that the more the income means more of all the things that the humans being need. What are the people like and should have? They will be able to get their greater income. So greater than income itself is considered to be one important goal. Now, what is the income of the country? Then. Uh, Initially the you have the idea if you recall the class 8 when you have in the last chapter you read about the population in which they used to tell you about how we used to calculate the per capita, and if we talk about the India, like whole year what is the person like basic income they have according to upon the total population into 100, then we calculate what the per capita income of the particular person of this particular nation. This is based on the understanding that the more the income means more of the things that the humans being need, what are the people like and should have, they will be able to get with the greater income. So the greater the income itself considered to be the one of the important goals. Yes, it is true. The people who is having the more income in that particular country, so their greatness is more, their goals are more, their benefits are more. So that is the number of the things they are like being the developed. Because if we talk about the US, there is a simple quotation or there is a simple example which every year they used to like see when they used to compare between the two countries. Here in like if we talk about the US, the people used to change their car every year and they used to sell it. If we talk about the India, they used to bought the car and after you can say 5 years, maybe 10 years, then they used to change their car. They do not used to change the car on the every year basis. Or we're talking about the normal Indians. We're not talking about the rich Indians. We're talking about the real Indians, or you can say the middle class, the upper middle class, or we talk about the poor people. Those the people who used to afford the car. This people used to change their car. Maybe you can take the interval of the 5 years, maybe of the 10 years. They're not changing the car on the every year basis, or you can say the 6 month basis, because they are not earning that much of the income. Now, what is the income of the country? Initially, the income of the country is the income of all the resident of the country, which I already explained. The what is the you can say the basic or the people like you can say the mediocre income of the particular people. On the basis of that, the whole population in 200 will then we come out what the per capita income of the particular person or the country. This gives us that the income of the country is the income of all the this resident of the country. This gives us the total income of the country. However, the comparison between the country's total income is not such an useful measure since the country have different population. Yes, that is true. Each and every country is having their different population. Compare the total income will not tell us what an average person is likely to earn. Are the people in the one country is better of the other countries, the different countries? Now we can't compare it. That there are some countries very much superior rather than we are like very much inferior. We can't compare it. Hence, we compare the average income, which is the total income of the country divided by its the total population, which I already explained that the average income, the mediocre income, which is divided by the total population into the 100. The income is called the per capita income, which I used to explain you many times. The per capita income in the World Development Reports that are the what by the World Bank, the criterion is to use the classify the countries with the per capita income in the US dollars, that is 12236 per annum, and about that is this is the data of 2016, that is 2016, is are called the rich countries, and those with the per capita income of US dollar, that is 1005 or the less, are called the low income countries. India comes in the category of the low or the middle income countries because its per capita income in 20 according to 2016 was just US dollar 1840 per annum. The rich countries, excluding country of Middle East, certain other small countries are generally called the developed countries. So we used to come under the developed country, US and the UK, or we talk about the Australia or the Japan. They used to come under the developed countries. Now we come down what the average income is. What the average is useful for the comparison, they also hide the disparities. For example, let us consider the two countries A and B. For the sake of the simplicity, we have assumed that have only 5 citizens. Based on the data given on this particular table, we can come to know about this that country A is 9500. We can calculate the average income when we calculate all this income, then we divided with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the population, then we will come to know what the average income of this people. Now we talk about that. You can see this illustration that the country with on the rich and the poor and country with the rich and the poor. Here we can see that we made the chairs and we used them. So here the people made the chairs, they used them. We made the chairs and he took them. Now this is the condition of the, you can say the developed country, or and this is the condition of the developing country. So this one is the developer. They used to make the chair. They are using it here. Someone make the chair and another is using the large part. If we talk about this is the condition of the US. If we taking the example, this is the condition of India. There is a vast difference between the rich and the poor. The rich are very much rich and the poor are that are very much poor. And if we talk about the middle class as well. Now come towards about the next, the last topic of this today's segment, that is income and the other criteria. The each and every country having the different income criteria. If we talk about now the state wise, they that is also have the different criteria. Now you can see the first is the table, Haryana, Kerala and Bihar. The per capita income they were given over there. It's 162. If we talk about the Haryana, 162034. Kerala 1,55516, and the Bihar 34,168. This used to come from the economic survey, that is from 2016 and 17. I will give you the fact over here. Each and every year, in the month of February, economic survey used to come out. They used to give you the survey of each and every sector, whether we talk about the agriculture, whether we talk about the industry, whether we talk about the education, whether we talk about the health sector, whether we talk about the per capita income, whether we talk about the union government, whether we talk about the different state, what kind of development they did, at which percentage our economy used to raised over there, in the which particular area economy is going over the boom. So these are the certain graph which they're going to show on that particular board, that is called the Economic Survey of India, which used to come in the month of the February every year. And the financial year starts from March to till April. They show what the things is going to be done in this particular, and this will going to help you if you want to learn the current affairs. Now, when we look at the individual aspirations and the goals, we found that people not only think of the better income but also have the goal such as the security, respect for others, equal treatment, freedom, etc. in their mind. Yes, that is true. Like which I told you, which I gave you the example earlier, that in my town, what the changes I want to see. So these are the things which I told you, that the respect of the others, equal treatment, which I used to watch, each and every, we should give the respect of each and every individual, and the freedom, which is the utmost important part, or you can say the right of the particular individual. So when we think of the nation or the region, we may, beside the average income, think of the other equally important attributes. What could be the attributes be? Let us examine this through an example in the table which you have given in this one, which I already explained about that the different states have their different per capita income. So gives us the like income of the Haryana, Kerala, and Bihar. Actually, this figure of the per capita income, net state domestic product, the current price of 2015 and 16 means this is the data of 2015 and 16, where they calculate the data of the per capita income state, not the nation. Let us ignore this complicated term exactly means. Roughly, we can take it is the per capita income of the state. We find this Sri Haryana the highest per capita income, yes, and the per capita of Bihar is the lowest. So the person in the Haryana earned 162,034 in the 1 year, whereas on the average the person we are earned on the around 34,168. So if per capita income to be used as the measure of the development, Haryana will be considered the most developed than the Bihar, and the last developed state of three. Now let us take the certain this one, the some comparative data on the Haryana, Kerala, and the Bihar. So, if we talk about in this, the Haryana is on the highest income, the highest per capita income of the per annum, you can say the per year. And if we talk about the lowest per capita income, it's earned by the Bihar. So, on the basis, if we doing the on the like if we take out the outcomes of this particular data, so we can say that the Haryana used to earn the highest income, and if we talk about the Bihar, they used to earn the lowest income, and how much the vast difference is, because Haryana is having 162,034 and Bihar is having 34,168. Now this one is the data which is of the economic survey again taken in the 2016 and 17, where the government of India, the National Sample Survey Organization, infant mortality rate. If you recall the class 8, you have read about the infant mortality rate. Means the children below the age of the children is having the age between the 0 to 1, means the child is having, you can say, of the few months, if he or she is going to die, that used to come in the infant mortality rate. Means if the child used to, if a mother used to give the birth to the child within the 0 to 1, if he or she is going to die, then it used to come in the infant mortality rate, where we used to take this data by dividing in thousands, like in the 1,000 child, how many children were died, that we from on the basis of this we take out the data. Means 1,000 बच्चे में जिनका born हुआ, जो 1,000 बच्चे में जो कितने बच्चे मरे हैं, उस बेसिस से हम डाटा को कैलकुलेट कर देते हैं, हमें पता चला how much child were born and how much child were died. So informative at 1,000 lives worth, that is of that of 2015 and 16. Haryana is 36, Kerala is 12, Bihar is 42. Literacy rate in the percentage 2011, that's 82, 94 and 62. Net attendance ratio per 100%, that is the second stage, Age is 14, 15, 16, 2013 and 14, that are 61, 83 and the 40. These are the diagrams. This So in this first part of the video, what we have discussed about, when we recall about the what is development, why do we need the development, then we come to know about the different people have their different goals and they have the different agendas, that what kind of development they want. Then we further we talk about the national development. We have to develop the nation in different sectors by the help of the government and the union government and the state government. Then the further we talk about how to compare the different countries and the states. So first and foremost, we can differentiate on the basis of the per capita income of the particular country. In this case, we have learned about the US having the highest per capita income rather than the India, because India is used to come under the, you can say, the middle income. So it we used to the India used to come under the developing nations. Now we can't say the developed, because developed is which country is the US. And if we talk about the developing is India. And the further we talk about the income and the other criteria, apart from the income, there are the other criteria like here we discuss about the Haryana, Bihar and the Kerala. Like the Haryana is having the highest per capita income rather than the Bihar. So you can, if you are comparing the state, so Haryana is the most developed, or you can say the most developed state rather than the Bihar. Then the further we discuss about the income mortality rate, the literacy rate. This we're going to discuss in detail in the further lectures. I hope you like this video. Thank you.